everybody, this is Big Bang Crypto. My name is Sam and welcome to another episode. So in today's video I want to show you some things that I already mentioned in the Discord channel. So it's about why we're going down to approximately $6,000. I want to show you that. But I want to start with the first wave in ever in 2010, and just want to show you that what I already showed you in my previous video, so the third tests of the channel line already played a role back in 2010. So as you can see, after reaching the highest point, Bitcoin was falling inside of a channel, and so what you can see is we have 1, 2, and 3 tests. Now you could say, so what about this one? So if you take a closer look, you see there is a little gap. Now you might say that's crazy to say this little gap plays a role, but it seems like it played a role at that time because we had this another drop. So as you can see, this is something that already played a role in 2010, the first wave ever. All right, let's go to the futures chart because I want to show you exactly why I think a drop is likely. So, all right. So this is the current wave, and as you can see, we are inside of this bear flag. So we have a very nice tight flag and a long pole, and yeah, at the moment Bitcoin can't really break above this resistance line. So let's see, maybe it happens, I don't know, but it's now trying for some hours, and at the moment it looks like it is too strong resistance. So when we look right here, you can see we have 1, 2, 3 tests already, and this is the fourth one. Yeah, seems to be a very strong resistance line, and like I said, it's possible that Bitcoin breaks above, but we get into that. First I want to show you this right here. So as you can see, Bitcoin is falling inside of this channel, and if you take a closer look to these lows, then you can see that at the moment we only have 1, 2 tests of this channel line. All right, so that is why I think it is likely to come down and have another test. And at the moment, if we take it like this, it would be at $5,300, no, $5,400 if it happens today, but that's not likely. This would be the third test. Now in the Discord channel I posted my buy orders, and I'm not going that low. So what I said is I still have an amount if we fall down to this these levels. But why do I have more buy orders? It is because, well, this is my line, but well, it is also possible that you have to make it like this. So then we still have 1 and 2 tests. So this is still the same for me right here, and this means that if it happens today, we would go to $5,600. So I'm not taking the whole risk. I don't want to catch the bottom, but I want to be around it. And in my previous video, I showed you that coming down to this red line makes a lot of sense. All right, because well, in the whole Bitcoin history, we always came down to this level where Bitcoin had the final drop and where it found its bottom at the end. So we always came down to this level. And I think this is the reason why we are seeing this drop, this huge drop. So everybody was thinking that we will move upwards from here. This was enough and all these things. And we have a yeah, bullish formation and things like that. Well, there are also people who said it will fall down. They were correct. But if you take a closer look at it, like I showed you in my previous video, if you didn't see it, you should really watch it. Then it is very, very likely to come down to this level. So this is the red line, and this is at approximately $5,900. All right, but this is not the perfect target. It is also possible that we go down to this level, and so you have to be prepared for it. You have to be prepared for this zone, and not use all your money for one target. Spread your orders so that you at the end have the best results to catch the bottom. So this is what I'm going to do, and yeah. So something else that I want to show you that is important, because maybe there's also the chance maybe we don't go down to this point and we move upwards from here. Now, why could that happen? I want to show you that. If we go to the weekly, and bring out the exponential ribbon. Oh, on this chart you can see it good. I'm going to show you that on the Bitstamp chart, although this one really looks weird. Yeah, what you can see, I hope you can see it, on the Bitstamp chart, we found support on this last line of the exponential ribbon. So this is the 55 EMA, and as you can see, we didn't fall below it, and now we are getting support. And in a bull market, it is likely to get really big support from this exponential ribbon, and as you can see, it is happening right now. So a drop below the ribbon is unlikely in a bull market. But what could happen, and this is what I think what could happen, is a very fast drop down and then coming up so that you only have a wick below this exponential ribbon and not the full body of the candle. So this is a difference. If you only have a wick, then you don't have a problem. If we close with the full body below the exponential ribbon, then you have or you could have a problem. And this is why I think the drop will be very fast, and the bounce as well. Now, if we go back to the futures chart, there is also something that I want to show you that is important and that you have to keep in mind. So no, if I bring back the exponential ribbon, daily exponential ribbon, so something that is possible is that we break out and come up and get rejected somewhere at these levels from the daily exponential ribbon. This is likely, so I think if we come up, the highest or the maximum could be at the top of it. This would be $9,500. I don't think that this is likely if we move up. So what is more likely is to have a close at $8,900 or maybe at $9,100. And $9,100 also would make sense because of these levels right here. So this is at $9,100. So I think this will be a very, very big resistance if we come up. Now, if we take out the Fibonacci retracement tool and go from the bottom to the top, what you can see, and what is also very important, and why I think that we will see another drop, what you can see is at the moment, at the moment, we are between the 50 and the 61% fib level. all right, as you can see, and we didn't even come up to this level right here, so to $8,600. And I think on the way up, this will play a big role. And the 200 MA that a lot of people are talking about is also at this level. So if we come up, this will be a point of a very big resistance, and if we are able to break this level, then I think the exponential ribbon, like I showed you, will be the next resistance level at $9,100. So maybe we see Bitcoin coming up to this level, $8,600 approximately, and where it will get rejected, and then coming down to the 61, which is at $7,350. And I think that because of everything I showed you, we will break this level, come down, and then, as you can see right here, we have the I think you hope you can see it. So yeah, do it like this. So the 78% fib level is around this area, which I think is very likely for a drop. So this really makes sense to come down to this level and bounce back, because there will be such a high buying pressure that the price will see a very, very big bounce. So many people are waiting for this. And yeah, why is this drop likely? I think we talked about it in the Discord channel. So we need the retail investors and the institutions. They want a very nice entry point, and because when I think a lot of institutions want their profit, they're selling slowly, and this will be the last sell, and so they can really make nice profit again and buy cheap. So this drop makes sense to me when you look at it this way, and retail investors will come in, and then you have a much higher I forgot the name. So you have a much higher market cap. That's what I'm searching for. And yeah, so makes sense to me. Makes sense to me to have another drop, and historically it also makes sense. But all I'm saying is just be careful, because we don't know exactly where it will be. It could be a little bit higher, it could be a little bit lower, but really try to be inside of this zone. And here I drew some, I think, very important support levels right here after. So this is where we really started moving up. So when we come down, we have a really, really big support level down here. And so I think it is likely to see a bounce from these levels. All right, so it looks like a little bit going down at the moment. So last time I looked at it, it was at 8,300. So yeah, seems like it's going down. And just want to show you something else. Could we have known that this would happen at this point? And yes, I think we could have known that, because as you can see, we have here signs for a upwards movement on the 4-hourly chart. So at the moment we have 3 bullish candles, but this one is not finished yet. And we also have this hammer right there, or this doji candle, whatever you like to call it. So there were some signs for a reversal at that point, but yeah, looks like at the moment we don't have the strength to come down, to move upwards. And if we bring out the 4-hourly exponential ribbon, what you can see is at the moment at the moment we're fighting, so trying to get support at on this 55 EMA, but we still have a big resistance level up there. So at the moment, if you take a look at the bigger picture, we still have a bearish trend. It didn't change, and as you can see, something like this we already had. Look at this, and then we came all the way back down. So at the moment, for me, this means nothing. This means nothing, and so we really need to see a big breakout with really volume. So look at this. This is not enough for me. This is not enough, and yeah. So this is what I think, and so I'm waiting for a really nice move with volume. And this is not there yet. So I think a lot of people maybe are thinking now, all right, it will move up, but no, guys, I don't think so. I don't think so. And if you take a look at this movement, we already had these kind of movements, and look what happened afterwards. So maybe guys, we're seeing exactly the same thing. Then we come down, and then boom, going all the way down with a really nice drop. And I think the next time we see this drop, so the same drop, and this is important, guys. If we say, all right, we really have a bear flag right here, and we take the height of it and go to this point. So what you can see is we come down to approximately $6,000. So yeah, if we have a breakout, this makes sense. This really makes sense, these levels. And if we take the daily chart, then so let me take away the ribbons. So what we could do is say, all right, this whole movement started somewhere up here, this drop, and if we put it right there, yeah, we come exactly down to this channel line. So yeah, so like I said, makes sense to me, and makes sense to me that we find resistance right now. But guys, it is possible that we have a bounce before the drop. So this is likely, maybe this is what we're seeing right now. So I'm excited to see what happens in the next hours and tomorrow, of course. If we have another move tomorrow, then maybe we see something like this before we come down. So we might come up to, like I said, $9,100, and then starting to move downwards. All right. Now at the end of this video, I want to show you some altcoin charts, because guys, look what the altcoins are doing. This is Litecoin inside of a falling wedge, a bullish pattern, and it's not up there at the resistance at the moment, but I think this will come. So if we do it like this, I think it will come at some point, but at the moment it's still not there, and it is also below this resistance level. So first it has to break this one, and if it is able to break out upwards of this falling wedge, guys, then technically what could happen is that Litecoin goes all the way up to $130, and yeah, so from $58 to $130, that's a nice move. If we go to IOTA, we have the same pattern, and yeah, IOTA is trying to break out but couldn't, so maybe we have to do it like this. But yeah, IOTA could make a nice move. At the moment it's at 28 cents and could go up to something around 50 cents. Ethereum also inside of a falling wedge. If it breaks out at the moment $180, it could go up to, yeah, something around $300. If we take a look at NEM, also inside of a falling wedge, could go up to nearly 10 cents. And then we have Matic, also inside of a falling wedge, as you can see, and is now trying to move upwards like they all doing, like Bitcoin is doing. They all are showing us some gains today, but it's not enough, guys. As you can see at the moment, it's not enough. So what I want to see is a really big move out of this falling wedge, so that you can say, all right, something's going on right now. Yeah, this could be a bullish engulfing. I don't know. No, not really, difficult to say. But something else that is important, it has to break this resistance level right here, as you can see, and to move upwards. At the moment, it is nearly at 1 cent. If it breaks out, it could go all the way up to 3 cents. Link is making some nice moves today. As you can see, this is what I want to see. All right, we have this falling wedge, and this is what I want to see. We have this resistance level right here. It broke this resistance level and is now above it. So what is likely is to go all the way up to nearly $4, guys. So this would be a really nice move. And from what I heard, we have the partnership with Swift. Yeah, EOS. Again, inside of a falling wedge. So they all are inside of bullish patterns. So a breakout upwards is very likely. And as you can see, it is now moving to the resistance line, but it's not there yet. And if we take a look, what is the problem? So we have this horizontal resistance level, as you can see. And yeah, this is an important resistance level, and of course it is strong because it was strong support back then. And yeah, so EOS needs to break out, and if it breaks out, so at the moment it is at $3.20, then it could go all the way up to $7. Icon inside of a falling wedge could go all the way up to something around 40 cents. And as you can see, it also is fighting with a resistance level that was previously a very strong support level. Now it is below it, so we have to watch what happens. Then we have NEO, falling wedge, could go all the way up to $18, now $7. Basic attention token inside of I think it's a falling wedge. At the moment, 19 cents, could go all the way up to 40 cents, would be also a nice move. Engine coin, falling wedge, could go up to 20 cents. XRP, falling wedge, could go up to 46 cents. Nano, and like I said, they're all inside of falling wedges, all showing us the same pattern, because they all want to say, hey, we're about to break out. And Nano is at 74 cents, could go up to $1.90, and at the moment fighting with a very strong resistance level, so it needs to break above it. Binance coin, falling wedge, could go up to nearly $40, at the moment $15. Nexo, I like Nexo. I didn't talk a lot about it. At the moment fighting with this big resistance level, could go all the way up to 20 cents. Stratus, falling wedge, could make a really nice move to let's say $1.50. So at the moment at 35 cents. One chain could go up to 50 cents, also inside of a falling wedge, as you can see. NEM inside of a falling wedge could go up to approximately 10 cents. Cardano, falling wedge, fighting with a very strong resistance level, as you can see, but if it breaks out, it could also go up to 10 cents. And this one guys, take a look at Ethereum Classic. I think very nice buy, because it's inside of a falling wedge, guys, and if it breaks out, guys, it could reach $20. At the moment, $4. This would, no, let's say $5. This would be 4 to 5x, guys. I will buy this one, like I said, inside of a falling wedge, fighting with this resistance level at the moment. And yeah, so this is what's going on. Also inside of a bear flag. Now you could say, hey, what if it drops below it? Because I say Bitcoin will fall below it. Yeah, possible, guys. But what could happen is we have a wick down, coming back up, and then moving out of this falling wedge. So wicks are not what we really... So of course wicks give us a sign, yeah, no doubt about it. Wicks also mean something, but if it drops below this support level and comes back up with the full body above this resistance level, then we're okay. Dash, guys, Dash, have a look at Dash. Inside of a falling wedge at the moment, fighting with this resistance level, as you can see. And yeah, if it breaks out, so at the moment nearly $70. If it breaks up, guys, could go up to $180. Yeah, so we have a lot of bullish patterns, as you can see. And so what does that mean? That means we're very close to a bullish breakout. All right, this is what I see in the charts, and I think you see it now as well, or I hope you see it as well. What we can see today, yes, there are some nice gains, but guys, you know what the altcoins are able to do. So what is 4 cents for an altcoin? For Bitcoin, it is nice, but not for the altcoins. 5 cents, 1 cent, 4 cents. Yes, they're in the greens. That looks good. 10 cents, that looks good. But that's not really what we expect of the altcoins. We want to see them really making nice gains, so 20 cents. And from what I showed you, a lot of altcoins are now in a formation where they could double their actual price. So this is a really nice opportunity. Yeah, so make your decisions which ones you want to have. Oh, look at this, 8,200. So we are going down. Or am I wrong? No, we are going down also, although it still looks good, but we're going down, guys. And I also want to, at the end of this video, I want to show you something that I'm working on. No, it's not this one, it's this one. So I think you all, or I hope you know, these are FIB circles, and they're also very powerful. And if we go to the 5-minute chart, for example, so what you can see is that you can use this FIB circles to have an idea of what is possible, which or between which price levels the price will move. So if I zoom out a little bit, what you can see is price is really respecting these circles. All right, so every time it comes close to one, we have movements, we have support. As you can see, we have support and or resistance, and you can take this for smaller time frames and for bigger time frames as well. So this green line, for example, this is a very important FIB circle, and just want to show you this one. Why it plays such a big role? All right, so this one, look where this is for the whole bullish movement that we've seen in the past weeks and months. And so what you can see is that we're moving inside of this circle and then coming up, crossing this one, coming up, crossing this one, making a nice move, again crossing this circle, making another nice move, and then we come down, we find support on this circle. As soon as we cross it, we come down, we find support on this one. Then we cross this one, we have this nice move, we come all the way up, find resistance, come back down, find support, come back down, find support, find resistance, 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 coming up, resistance, oh, you can see it, and then moving inside of this one. So as you can see, price really is respecting the circle. So as soon as we cross this green one, I hope you can see it, we have this drop, we have this support, and then once again. And so how can I show you what I'm talking about? I'm taking away this one, no, this one and this one. So what is important is we crossed this fib circle. The last time we crossed it, we had a drop. All right. So at the moment, what you can see is we crossed this fib circle. We crossed this one. So like I said, the last time we crossed it, we had a drop. Now this time, again, we crossed it, we found support on it, then we crossed it, we had a drop, then we came back up, now we're getting resistance on it. All right, as you can see, I mean, we didn't come close to it. Maybe I have to make it a little bit better. So maybe something like this. Yeah, so yeah, this makes a little bit more sense right now. So now we came up and look where we stopped. We stopped at this ring. Of course, well, I made it now like this. But yeah, as you can see, it seems to play a role. And so we could find really big resistance and then have the last drop like we had at that point when we crossed the same fib circle. So have a drop coming down to this point, then starting to move sideways. I mean, of course, we have some other resistance levels down there, start to move sideways, and as soon as we get close to this green fib circle, for example, we could find support and move all the way up. So like we've seen right there, so moving all the way up. So this is possible. Another thing that is possible is coming down to this level and yeah, find support right here and then bounce back up. So yeah, these are possible things, guys. Just wanted to show you what I'm working on. I'm not saying it is perfect. So there's no guarantee for this right here, but as you can see, something seems to be happening there. It seems to play a role. All right, that's it. I hope I answered some questions. And so at the end, I want to say there is a chance for a drop, guys. As you can see, there are a lot of indicators, and what we are seeing in the last hours is not something that makes me say, yes, we're out and we're now moving upwards. No, it's not enough. It's not enough at the moment. So we have to really see a nice move or some, let's say, 2 to 3 bullish days. Then maybe we're out of this. But at the moment, it doesn't look like this. And I think you can see it as well. And you know which levels you have to watch. And yeah, we are still below the 200 MA. It is at it is at $8,600 approximately. We're still below it, and it's not really looking like, hey, we're moving away. All right, it's not looking like this. So now we came up, we tested this resistance level again, and maybe we come back down. And when we come back down, guys, look where we're at. We're at $7,500. All right. And then we would make a lower low as the previous one, which was at $7,730. Yeah, so this is what I'm watching, but like I said, I think the drop will be very fast, very quick, and then we bounce back. So be prepared for everything, make good choices. It's a little bit difficult to say where the altcoins will go to, which price levels, so where's a good entry point, but you can really look where the next support level is and then be around this one, because I think when Bitcoin has this drop, the altcoins will follow Bitcoin. I think that's very, very likely to see them also make a drop. So something maybe around, when they today made 5%, so maybe they make 10% of a drop. So yeah, this is difficult to say. This is difficult to say. Just watch out for that. I mean, I drew the lines, for example, basic attention token. So yeah, so I mean, something that could happen is that it comes down to this support level right here, and that would be at 10 cents. I mean, I know this is crazy. This is crazy low, but it don't have to fall all the way down, because right here, as you can see, we also have support levels. So for example, when I take a look at this right here, there's a support level, and we also have right here a support level. So maybe it comes down to this, and you can take a look at what happened at these levels. And yeah, as you can see, they already played a role at that time right here. So maybe it comes down to 18 cents or 16 cents again, or down there. So something like this could happen, and as you can see, it's at the moment it's not able to break above this resistance level of the falling wedge. Yes guys, that's it. If you have more questions, please join the Discord channel and tell me your ideas and thoughts so that we can talk about it. And yeah, so finally I want to say I think a drop is likely. I'm not saying it is 100%, I'm not saying that, but historically it is really likely. And if you want to know why, you can also watch my previous video there I show you what happened in the last 10 years. So another drop really makes sense. And yeah, so this is what I think. But if we really see signs in the chart, then we can change our mind or this idea. But at the moment, guys, no, we still have a bearish trend, and I think another drop is likely at the moment. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you very much for your attention. Have a nice day. Please subscribe. Please give it a like if you like the content. Write in the comments what you think, and we'll see you soon. Have a nice day.